In 1905, the Supreme Court upheld the authority of states to enforce compulsory vaccination laws. The court's decision articulated the view that the freedom of the individual must sometimes be subordinated to the common welfare and is subject to police power of the state. I don't necessarily reject that proposition, and I think that sometimes we do have to subordinate for the rights and the good of others. But is mass vaccinations really the way to do that?
No!
No, it's not. Jacobson was an immigrant, a Swedish immigrant that lived in Massachusetts 100 years ago during a smallpox outbreak. He had become ill from the vaccine, as did his son and others that he knew, and he refused the shot. The courts now are comparing today's environment to what happened 100 years ago to Henning Jacobson. How could anybody possibly compare this aggressive vaccination schedule in the United States to law that was formulated nearly 100 years ago? I told you, kids in the United States by the age of 5 are getting 77 doses of diseases in the form of mist, cocktails, and injections. Why is it that a perfectly normal and healthy child has to get a hepatitis shot the minute the baby is born? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And it is purely a profit motivation. You do hear stories about conspiracy. You hear stories about corruption. And those things can become very overwhelming at times. And they may exist here. But I try not to go down that path because I am an American and I still believe in our government. And I wouldn't trade this country, this state, for anything in the world. But that doesn't mean it's perfect. And that's why we're here today. What's going on with this movement is the most exciting example of participatory government that I have ever seen. And I really, truly believe that your officials are listening. There is no doubt that Big Pharma is using our government and our children as tools to make profit. Well, I don't want to be a tool anymore, and I don't think our government does either. So we're here today to say no to the shots and to support this movement. And if you truly put your faith in God, and you truly believe you are doing the right thing, and that is a protected right under the Constitution, then ask God for his blessings and believe that you are doing the right thing and do not give up the fight. I want to thank you all so much for being here. You have no idea the fondness that I have for West Virginia. It's a very important place to me, and a place that I hope someday that I can leave New York and come to live here. Because I believe that mountain people have a respect for themselves and a respect for others that you don't always see on a New York City subway on a Monday morning. And I think it's because of the beauty that you're surrounded with. I'm so very, very happy to be here. Thank you again. Let's go.